Yo, it's your boy Rich Hemi, and I'm off the porch with my boy Dirty Glove Bastards.
They started rumors, he left me the keys. They started rumors, he left me a safe with the cheese. Nobody did nothing for me. I remember days I was hungry and I couldn't eat. Nobody did nothing for me. I'm in a...
So welcome to Atlanta, Hemi. What brings you out here today?
What the deal, man? I'm just down here getting some work in or whatever. Happy to be here, happy to see you.
Yep. And so where are you from originally?
Fayetteville, North Carolina.
All right. And how far that is from here?
It's a hop and a skip on a plane. It's like 50 minutes on a plane, but it's like a six and a half on the road though.
And what's life like out there? Is it a small town? Is it a big city?
It's a small town transitioning into a city. You know what I mean? So it got the ups and downs.
And what was it like growing up there?
I think the same as any city, you know what I mean? We got the same struggles as any major city, just in a smaller version, you know what I mean? Poverty, crime, etc.
And how has it changed over the years since when you were growing up compared to now?
It's bigger, of course, you know, because it's turning into more of a city. I think the crime it ain't as bad as it was when I was a kid, you know what I mean? Because they locked a lot of people up, like a whole bunch of the major players and shit. They not there no more, so it's not as much shit going on as it was. It's kind of watered down to me now, or whatever. But some people come and they still be like, I don't never want to come back. It's so bad here, but to me it's watered down.
How does it compare to other cities in North Carolina, so like Charlotte?
Well, they always have like a standoff with what's the worst city, maybe between us and Durham, like Fayetteville and Durham, you know what I mean? So
you got that reputation.
Yeah, like what's the baddest city, Durham or Fayetteville or whatever. Not trying to glorify that or whatever, but you know what I mean? So
Yeah, definitely not trying to glorify it because I was reading basically you had a pretty tough childhood growing up with I read here that your father was in prison most of your life.
Right.
One of your uncles was actually killed in your front yard.
Right.
And another one of your uncles is sentenced to over 40 years in prison.
Right.
So how'd you deal with all that just growing up at such a young age?
I mean, I was a kid, you know what I mean? So I had to deal with it. It wasn't no other option. Like me, I got like two cousins and a brother and two brothers, and we just band together, and you know what I mean? We pretty much raised ourselves as far as learning shit by trial and error. Of course, we had aunts and moms and grandmas, but they can't raise no man, you know what I mean? So 9 times out of 10, when you don't got no male figure, no predominant male figure, it's easier for the streets to, you know what I mean, and you to get in other shit or whatever. So we all just came together and pretty much raised each other and raised ourselves.
Were you the oldest of the three?
Nah, actually I'm the second oldest. I got an older brother, 7. He in the feds right now too, but he'll be coming home soon. So it was 7, then it was me, then I got Lil Ruger, that's my younger brother, then I got like 2 or 3 little cousins and shit.
And how much older is your older brother?
He like 3 or 4 years older than me.
And going through all those situations, how did that mold you today? Did it make you want to stay away from the streets, or did it draw you to it? Did you look at it as your only way out?
I think both. Like at a younger age, it like I said, it pulls you in, it draws you in. You know what I mean? When you ain't got no male figure, then you see all the things that around you that these guys are having. You know what I mean? The nice cars and chains and bitches and all that shit. So it's easy for a young nigga mind to get, I want that shit. You know what I mean? So of course I was drawn into that kind of shit or whatever. But as you get older, you get to losing people to prison and to the grave, and you know what I mean, and then it's like, man, I need to find a way out of this shit, you know what I mean? So now I think I'm at the point where I'm transitioning. I'm trying to get to this, like, you know what I mean? This is what I want to do, and like that's where I'm at right now.
So besides the streets and now music, what other outlets are there to get out of Fayetteville, to say?
I mean, for me.
Well, just anyone, you know.
For anyone, I mean, it just depends on what kind of person you is. See, I'm a hustler. I'm a go-getter. Like, if the music shit don't blow, like, it's gonna blow. But if it didn't blow, then I would, you know what I mean, I'm a hustler, I know how to get money, you know what I mean? And it don't gotta be illegal per se, you know what I'm saying? So I'll find a way, I will find a way definitely. For the next motherfucker, they might not be hustlers, or they might, you know what I mean? For the typical motherfucker in Fayetteville, they're not, you know what I mean? So they're stuck at a stagnant life, dead end job. Like we got like plants around there. Like that's what niggas work at. If you get a job at this plant or you got a job at this plant, that's your life for the shit until you die pretty much. Niggas come home from prison, you about to go out there and work at the plant. You know what I mean? Like, nah, I got a bigger picture. I got a bigger vision. I ain't about to be stuck working at nobody motherfucking plant for 30 years.
Yeah, gotcha. And when did you start making music?
Shit, I've been doing this shit. I've been on this run for like 2 years.
2 years?
Yeah, so I'm kind of fresh in.
Did you look at music as a way out? Was that your main motivation?
Nah, this music shit with me, it just happened. Like it wasn't planned. It wasn't like I've been rapping for years or whatever. Like me and the gang, we kind of was just, you know, sitting around, and they was like, yo, everybody fuck with you in the city. Like you already moved, look like a rapper, that kind of shit. And you know, everybody used to have little rap groups when you was kids. Like, nigga, you got bars, why don't you just try to be a fucking rapper? So I was like, get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? But I went home and I wrote a fucking song like that same night. And then I fucking shot a video like 2 days later, dropped it on World Star, and it got a little feedback. So I was like, all right, this is what I'm doing now. I'm a rapper.
Now, is there a market in Fayetteville for music?
Well, actually,
is there a scene, I should say?
I'll say North Carolina as a state is like one of the largest music consumers, you know what I mean? So it's definitely a market there. So that's why me personally, I don't understand why we haven't broke like any like major artists, you know what I mean, per se. Like we have, you know what I mean, a few, but like more like on the scale like Atlanta is, where they got 20 artists they can call out. Like we don't have that, and we're one of the main consumers. So that's mind-boggling as far as the state. But as far as my city, the music scene, I mean, it's artists, some good, some not so good, but it's kind of like the whole crab in a barrel syndrome type shit. Not to sound cliche, because I know a lot of niggas probably come here and say that, but niggas ain't, you know what I mean, niggas not doing this picking up, niggas kicking down, you know what I mean? So, yeah, it's like every man for himself. Who can be the hottest in the city? Who, you know what I mean? So, yeah.
Definitely competition.
Right.
And does your city have a sound, per se, when it comes to music?
Nah, I don't think, and that's another thing. I don't think niggas got no sound. Like me personally, I think I got my own sound. I got a unique sound. I don't think when you listen to my music, I don't think you be like, he sound like such and such and such and such. It sound like, oh yo, this nigga got a story. This nigga got, you know what I mean? I think I sound original. Like in my city, I don't think niggas like we don't got no set sound because it ain't too many that came before us. Yeah. You know what I mean? For niggas to adopt the sound. So like. That wave still being created, I think.
Okay. Like, what about any producers in the city?
Yeah. I mean, it's producers, but I mean, I pretty much work in house with, you know what I mean, with my guys, whatever. We don't, you know what I mean. If we're reached out to, and we like the work or the project or whatever you're doing, we'll, you know what I mean, collide. But if not, then we pretty much keep our shit in house.
Yeah. Do you look for a certain sound from them, or you kind of just go off of what they
I just go off vibes when it come to picking music. I just go off the vibe or whatever kind of mood I'm in.
Yeah.
No particular thing. I don't want to be categorized. You know what I'm saying?
Now going back to North Carolina, do you have any thoughts on why there's not so much shine on North Carolina, even though, like you said, there's been some major artists like J. Cole, especially most recently, being from North Carolina. Do you think it's just maybe him not repping it too much, or just maybe him not actually being the actual spokesperson for North Carolina?
It just depends on your vision. Like I can't speak on another man, so I can't speak.
I was asking for you.
Yeah, I can't speak on his vision, so I can't speak for another man or whatever. But I don't know, man. I think it's more. I don't even think it's about having a major star that's already on to pull somebody else up. I think it's more so the people and the DJs and the. I mean, I feel like, especially a city like Charlotte. Charlotte is a major city. If they wanted one of their artists to blow, like I don't see why he can't blow from Charlotte. Like they got fucking probably 1 million fucking people. They got major sports teams. major, you know what I mean, companies. So if all the DJs in Charlotte got behind one hot-ass artist in Charlotte, I don't see no reason why he couldn't blow. That's my whole take on the shit, you know what I mean? Then if Charlotte is a major city, so after all those DJs behind them, then Raleigh gonna pick it up, then Greensboro, then Fayetteville. So, I mean, in hindsight, it looked like it's very possible, but clearly it's not, so I don't know.
Yeah, because these are markets that a lot of artists from Atlanta and from the South.
That's where they go. They coming through Raleigh, Charlotte, Greensboro, even South Carolina. That's the Carolina Spirit, Columbia. They knocking off all them towns as they get ready to go on tour and building the buzz and all that shit. So the market is definitely there.
Yeah. So do you see a lot of North Carolina artists getting booked for a lot of shows out there, like getting tours, or is it more out of towners coming in? You would say
out of towners, out of towners, man.
Do you think that's what the consumers want, or is that just what the promoters feel safe?
I don't know. I can't really answer that question, man, because I really don't know. Like it's mind-boggling to me. It's kind of like we classmates and you selling candy and a nigga across the hallway selling candy, but I'm going across the street, across the, you know what I mean, the hall to get his candy when you sitting right beside me every day in the classroom with the candy. You know what I'm saying? So it's mind-boggling to me or whatever. And it's actually some good artists out of the Carolinas.
Now, what are your goals in the music business? You started rapping 2 years ago.
I mean, shit, I want the money, man. That's I'm sure that's the number one goal. I want the money. I mean, of course, I want to leave a print or whatever. I want niggas to hear my story. I want to be able to motivate and touch motherfuckers that's from the same walk of life I'm from. But man, I'm a businessman, man. I'm trying to make some business moves, some power moves. I want some money, man. I got a family. I got, you know what I mean, grandparents I look after, kids. I got motherfuckers that's looking at me like I'm their only way out. You feel me? So like it's a lot. It's a lot riding on it. It's bigger than me.
Is that the motivation for creating your label?
Yeah, that's my motivation, man. All the people that I gotta look at daily, and they believe in the shit. At one point in time, they was believing in the shit more than me. Like, you know what I mean? I'd be like, man, I'm still 1 foot in, 1 foot out, so I'm still doing what I'm doing. But the whole while, all they talking about is music, and you need to do this, you need to do that, and I'm just like, it'll come if it come, whatever, you know what I mean? But I had to take my mindset and alter it and put head first and go head first with it, and that's what I've been doing.
And would you look forward to signing artists to your label in the future? Or?
Of course. Hell yeah. That's a business move. I'm a businessman.
So let's talk about your debut project that you dropped last year, Time to Tell. Mm-hmm. How long did you work on that?
Probably a few months, maybe even closer to a year, to be honest. Yeah. Like I might have had most of the songs in a few months, but we didn't actually finish it till like 9-10 months trying to perfect it. It's the first tape. That's my first tape, so I wanted it to be perfect, man, and it's dope to me. I think it's a classic, and I got the homie Bigga Rankin to assist me on it. Shout out to him.
Yeah.
And
why you chose Bigga Rankin to host that one?
Cause I just feel like he represents the streets, man. Like I feel like he represents the streets. He support the streets. He support the independent movement and the underdogs, so to speak. The niggas who voice is not loud enough to speak for themselves. I feel like he fills that void. So we sat down collectively as a group, and that's what we came up with, Rankin.
Yeah. And that's a message you're trying to get across in the project too?
Right.
Gotcha. Let's talk about the single, Only the Real. I see the video's doing pretty well. How's the feedback going?
It's pretty dope, man. It's pretty dope. Like my city stand behind me and stand behind my work or whatever. And the feedback on it been pretty dope. But I'm just trying to get it outside of city lines and get it to the world now. You know what I mean? And get the feedback from the world. So that's what we're working on right now.
And producers and features on there? Is that all just basically in-house?
It's a kid in my city named QDH. He did about half of it, and I got a Cash Money AP. Probably did like the other half, and I got Lil Rug on there. That's my little brother. He under Dead Play. Okay. And I got a kid from the city named Isaac Perry. He's a singer. He sung on the background on one of the songs. Yeah, so I really wanted it to be me. You know what I mean? I ain't want to do too many features. I could have got a name brand feature if I wanted, but I wanted it to be me. I wanted to introduce myself.
You happy the way the project turned down and the feedback you got from it?
It's a dope project, but I feel like it could have got more exposure though. I feel like it will get more exposure. That's why I'm here now. I feel like it deserves more exposure, I'll say, because it's a real dope project. Classic shit. If you sit and listen to it, you can listen to it 1 to 13. So that's what I'm doing now, trying to get it more feedback, get more feedback on it.
Now, any features or producers you want to work with going forward? Or you still want to kind of keep it more on yourself?
I want to keep it in-house, but if it makes sense, then of course, yeah. Hell yeah, I'm with it. I'm not opposed to working with anybody, but I'm not like chasing down or looking like that's my target to go find an artist to work with. Nah, that's not what I'm doing. But if it makes sense, I'm with it. Definitely with it.
Yeah. Now, since this was your debut project, you kind of released it recently. Do you have any advice for any other rappers who are about to do the same?
It just depends. It just depends what market they're in, man. Like, you know what I mean? I feel like new rappers from Atlanta, like, I don't want to say they got it easy, but it's a much smoother world than coming from like where I'm coming from. You know what I mean? So I don't know what kind of advice they give a new artist coming from Atlanta, but an artist coming from a small city or my city or a city that's not so popping. I would say, get your brand and your product on the road, you know, and try to get it to one of these major cities, Atlanta, New York, Miami, LA, and just constantly stay working and stay on the move.
And what are you working on next?
I got a few projects. I got Time to Tell 2.
Will that be the next one?
Time to Tell 2 will be the next one. Bigga's also hosting that. That's actually done. We just waiting on it. We're just waiting on a date. I got a Dead Play compilation coming out with me and the boys on that joint. That'll be coming up. And yeah, those are the next 2 projects. And then I'm just constantly doing music, so who knows? I might drop a fucking 4-5 track EP at any time, you know what I mean? So I think I got about 4 or 5 videos on there. It's I don't know if you heard the Tony the Tiger joint. I got a joint on there called Tony the Tiger. It's a joint for the ladies, real seductive, real sexy. I want to do that video mix, whatever. I think that should be dope for the ladies.
Who's your favorite North Carolina rapper?
Favorite North Carolina rapper of all time? Number 1, it would be my uncle. My uncle was a rapper. Like the one that got killed in my front yard, he was a rapper or whatever. Like, and like this whole thing is kind of like me living his dream per se. And I mean, that's how I look at it. Like I let him live what he wanted to do through me, and he died so young. He was like 22. So he would definitely be my favorite rapper. But I don't want to be biased and just pick him by default. So it's another guy from my city. His name is Yada Man. And he had a wave too. He had a wave a couple years ago. I think he had some kind of deal with like Big Cat or something. That was around when Gucci first came out. And his name Yada Man. And his shit was dope. Like that was the first local nigga that I would ever, you know what I mean? Like, damn, niggas from the city like can actually be a rapper. And I was like, okay, shit, that shit was crazy. So like he would probably definitely be my favorite artist from North Carolina.
We're going back to that. Any other rappers that inspired you that made you want to rap?
Uncle, man, like that. Like when I seen him and his boys as a kid, and they was doing that shit, like I was like, yo, I could do that shit. You know what I mean? So, just my uncle, man. I love him. Rest in peace to him. I know Ye doing some crazy shit right now, but I fuck with Ye though. I like Ye. I like his passion. You know what I mean? Like even with the shit he going through, he's just a passionate ass dude, and like he the type of motherfucker that just put his heart and his all into his craft and his work, and that's why that's the lane I'm trying to go down. Like I want to put my everything into this shit. And when I get on these beats and I talk, like I give you all of me. I actually got a song called All of Me, like you know what I mean. So yeah, I fuck with Ye.
Any artists right now that kind of inspire you that you
I like all the young niggas, man. I like a lot of niggas be hating on all the young niggas with the crazy hair and the dumb shit they be doing. I mean, I don't agree with a lot of the shit they be doing, but I like them, man. It's a breath of fresh air. It's a breath of fresh air. It's different, but it's a breath of fresh air. They having fun. That's the most thing. If you having fun with it, like shit, go with it, man. Like I like all those guys, man.
NBA final predictions.
Steph Curry. Steph Curry, man. Steph win easily. Steph win. Whoever they play, he win in. He win in 5. They probably if the Raptors would have won last night, I would have said the Raptors was gonna win the East. But Brian got the Raptors' heart, so I think Brian gonna end up winning the East still. Somehow, some way, he's still gonna win the East. They gonna go against fucking Steph Curry, and they might win 1. They probably get swept up. Steph Curry sweep the Rockets too. They might win 1.
That'd be the 4th year in a row.
Yeah, definitely they 4th year in a row. They supposed to have 4 in a row, but I don't know how the fuck Brian came back from that 3-1 2 years ago.
That was crazy too. Yeah, that's all I got. Anything else from that?
Nah, my project Time to Tell out now on all major platforms, man. You can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, SoundCloud, DPE_Hemi, Facebook, Hemi, Hemi. Email DPE, deadplayentertainment @gmail for features and booking. That's about it, man.
Hungry and I couldn't eat, nobody did nothing for me. I'm in a plug, that nigga treat me like blood, you know the rest.